Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. All right, tonight we got something that we're going to look at that some of you may have seen before if you have been with me for over a year. Because over a year ago we went and unfortunately one of my friend's fathers passed away, and he was into the model railroading, and this was one of his layouts that was given to me. Now this, I will tell you that this layout had been retired by him, and it was in his garage and was laying on the floor with a bunch of stuff on top. So I don't know if this was good or why he retired it or whatever. You often see things like these on Craigslist and Facebook, frankly, I always see the prices and I'm like, what? Because, you know, you're buying somebody else's thing that you don't know anything about. So to me, sometimes those prices, especially if they're like large, elaborate layouts where you have to take a bunch of stuff apart, I don't know. What do you think about that? Leave it in the comments. Let me know, because I have some definite opinions about that, and I'll share those maybe towards the end of the video. All right, so the first thing that I want to do before I try to even power this guy up, and speaking of you don't know what you're getting, I noticed that this guy has a plug, and then he's also got this guy here, and as best as I can determine, this was supposed to power the accessories maybe, and this powered the track. And the reason I think that is because we got wiring for the track on the transformer, but the accessory terminals are blank. So I'm not sure, once again, if you buy something like this, you just don't know. So all right, anyway, what I think I would like to do first is I think I would like to take this little tank car here, and this is in scale. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but I want to take this in scale tank car. I just kind of want to run it around the track and see if that's even possible. Some of these joints and stuff on this track are a little iffy in my opinion. Now, you know, you really don't know, once again, until you run it, you know, if or what is going to happen. I really don't want to take one of my in-scale locomotives and throw that on here right now, just in case there is some sort of problem like that. I don't want to damage anything, and you know, just pushing this with my finger, I think I can probably look and see better than something going around. So all right, let's do that. Maybe I'll get this zoomed in a little bit better so you guys can see less of me and more of what's going on here. So anyway, let's get that done and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I got you zoomed in nice and good here, and we're gonna just kind of push this tank car around the track and see how it goes, and we'll roll it probably one way than the other. I'm not sure if the switches are opened or closed, or once again, I don't know much. So all right, let's just kind of roll him. So far, so good. So I want to pay attention and really get a good feel for what's going on here. Now there's a dust bunny there that needs to come off. All right, got him. So I vacuumed this track and stuff 2 or 3 times now. So let's see. I can't tell, but he may have come off the track there somewhere, but it could very well be me just trying to push him. All right, I see that I probably need to, oh look there, okay, I see a nail sticking up here. I think that's what derailed us here. So, all right, well, he seemed to have rolled past it the second time. There's also a hair, a hair in here. So, all right, so yeah, once again, we will see. I think it'd be cool if we can get this to work again. Just, you know, so we can say we did. And I mean, I'm always for a new layout. So all right, here we're coming up to a switch, and once again, I'm not sure if this guy is opened or closed. So let's roll him one way. Uh-oh. All right, we hit the switch and we had an instant stop. So something's wrong here. All right, I'm not sure what that would be. Actually, I see that my tank car seems to be hitting the switch. Well, now, all right, I'm obviously gonna have to go get my reading glasses. God, getting old stinks. All right, let me go do that, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with the reading glasses. I'm gonna try to kneel down here and see exactly what the issue is here. And yes, it is hitting the switch. Now, what I think has happened is I think the switch has gotten hot, and it appears that it's broken actually. So Let me see if I can figure out what I can do here to remedy that for just right this moment. So all right, yes, I don't see. Oh goodness, yes, this is definitely the problem here. So the top of the switch here has come off, and probably, I told you that there's a bunch of stuff stacked on top of this layout in the garage. So I'm trying to see what exactly it's hanging up on. I don't see anything just right this second, frankly. So maybe it's a matter of snapping this back in somehow. I do think I see a lip, so let's see. Wow. So, okay, so the switch just started working. So that's a clue. Wow, this thing, I'm probably going to vacuum this off again. So all right, I'm trying to figure out how I can get this to snap back in. I think it's just snapped out of where it goes, but I really can't tell. So did I make it to where you can roll past yet? I believe you can. So yes. All right, so I'm not sure that he's in there correctly, but he is in there. All right, so I was able to get that snapped back on. It was just the cover on the switch, and now the switch actually works, which is cool. Now, I don't think that these are the electric type switches, which in this case is probably a good thing, because I think they probably would be very much non-functional. So, all right, let's continue on with what we were doing. We got stuck here at the switch with that cover sticking up. I think we can go past it now. Now I'm kind of interested to see which direction we got the switch going. Okay, we got them going on the outer loop, which is kind of what I had in mind for right now. So let's get this going. The inner loop's a little more complex. So all right, here we come to this next switch. Now this next switch, the mechanism for the actual switch is broken totally off. So all right, well that's the same cover that we had a problem with that on that one, but he is open in a way that he can go this way. Now this is one of those joints that I was talking about, and it looks like he passes it just fine. All right, so we are almost where we started on the outer loop. And once again, right now we're just going to test the outer loop. I think we're good to go on the outer loop. So, I think next thing I wanted to do is I'm going to get two things. I'm going to get an extension cord so we can hook that transformer up. Hopefully, hopefully it won't blow up. And we're also going to get a voltmeter and see if we have voltage around the track. And that's probably pretty optimistic, but that's what we're going to do. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have an extension cord and I have my multimeter here. Now, before we get started too much, I'm going to figure out where some of this goes. I did look underneath it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Once again, this was somebody else's, so I'm not sure what they had in mind. We got all these electronics here in the middle that I'm not quite sure, and it has something to do with that second wire coming up over there with the with the plug, so I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at there. So yeah, there's a lot of relays and a lot of capacitors and all kinds of things over there, and I'm just not quite sure what that's all doing. So all right, before we get power, let's see. So all right, this goes to this side of the track, and the good news is we appear to have some continuity to a degree. It kind of looks like it may, no, there it goes. So all right, so but this one does not go here, I don't believe. Well, maybe it does. Oh, okay. So all right, let's try plugging this guy in. If he smokes and blows up, or you see flames, call the fire department. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope that's not going to happen. So, all right, let's see. So I didn't hear anything when that plugged in. Do you reckon it's working? I hear it buzzing, so it's doing something. So All right. I'm a little scared to do this. So let's see. So, oh, hey, look! Can you see the little green light over here lit up? That's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's a good sign. So, all right. So looks like that runs off of the track power as opposed to the accessory power. But perhaps that's set up correctly. Once again, I have no clue what this is. So this one over here appears to be DOA. Not surprised. So all right, so let's see. Do we have power to the track? And if we do, well, we can skip a lot of these probably. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. So first off, let's make sure that we got power coming out of the transformer. And looks like we do, about 16 volts. That's about right. So all right, let's see if we got that 16 volts going to the track. And no. No, we do not. So all right, so let's figure out what's going on here. So I think this one, all right, yeah, there's nothing connecting to that one. So let's see, let's try this one. All right, so we got 16 volts there. So all right, so what I think happens here, and this is simply a guess because once again, this is not something that I designed or something that I did, and I think it's about 20 years old. If you look at how big this circuit board is, that kind of says a lot, I do believe. So what I think happens is I think this red and green wire that comes off of this transformer comes into this board. You see a red and green, and I see the other wire coming in as well from here. So I'm wondering if this is supposed to be some sort of controller or what this is. So let's see. The side of the power that I don't have to the track, let's see if it's to one of these wires. That's just a guess, but I think it might be a good guess. Let's see. So I think it was the green one we didn't have a complete circuit with. Let's see. Gotta hold our tongue just right. So yes, that was actually a good, well, wait. All right, that does complete the circuit, but it completes the circuit on both sides of the plug here. So all right, let's see what happens if we plug this and the track. See if that completes the circuit. Well, I think that's the same side we had earlier, or was it? Let's see. Yeah, that's the same side we had earlier. So all right, so we want this one, this rail here. Let's see. We still got one more terminal that's that's possible. So let's see. So all right, I got a little something there. All right, so I have no clue. I have no clue what this is supposed to do, but I think that somehow the voltage goes on one side of the transformer, goes straight to the track, and the other side it goes to this control thingy here. And once again, a lot of capacitors, a lot of relays, but I really have no clue what this is doing over here. I really don't. All right, believe it or not, I found a loose connection. I still don't know what this board does, but I found a loose connection, and now I have power to the track. So, all right. I guess baby steps, right? So I'm gonna put my little locomotive on here, and we're gonna see if maybe just maybe, he will go around the track. Now, I vacuumed out and I've cleaned this track as best as I can, but I think that there's still some bad spots on the track just from sitting. So let's see. Let's try it. Well, kind of, sort of working. Kind of, sort of. Came off the track at the switch. Let's see. I can't tell how this switch is. The switch is good. Let's see. Go ahead and turn it back off. Alright, well, maybe we should run the locomotive slowly first. There it goes. Wow. So it's got some funky places here in the track. I think I said that earlier. Actually, that one's broken. I can see that one is a problem. Let's see if I can possibly do it with some little pliers. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. I'm determined we're gonna make this go around the outside loop at least once before the video ends, and then I'll be happy, and we will take it from there. This obviously will not be a one episode video because it's just a lot. All right, be right back. All right, guys, so I've got this zoomed in to where you can see what the problem was, and as you can see, the track is actually just damaged. What we probably ought to do is get out the soldering iron and just solder that back together. But for right now, I'm just going to try to make it mate. So all right, that may or may not be a plan that's going to come together for us. So, all right, maybe we're going to have to get out the soldering iron. I'm okay with that. Wasn't exactly the plan, but I'm okay with it. All right, let me go get the soldering iron. I'll be right back. So I got the soldering iron out, and I think we're about ready to do this. I've never done this before, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, or even if it's going to work. But we're going to try it out. We'll see what happens here. Got it fluxed up, and I'm just going to solder it. No clue what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I think I did it. Now let's see if the rolling stock will roll across it. Let me get this soldering iron in the holder, and we'll just make sure this isn't too hot for that to do that. I don't think it is. Don't really melt my little wheels here. So we'll test it with the tank car first, and then the locomotive second. I can get this guy on the track. All right, I'm trying. All right, here we go. Is it gonna go? Yeah, I believe it will. All right, so let's try the locomotive. So the power is not on because the power using, or the soldering iron using the power. Hello, there we go. All right, so we're going to get this on here. And engage, we're probably going to have a much closer relationship by the time this little project's over. All right, so let's try it. Let me get the soldering iron turned off, or disconnected anyway. And we'll get the transformer plug back up. Let's see what happens. There we go. Ready? Nothing's happening so far. I don't think I'm actually totally on the track. So, all right. Now you can't see me over here, but I'm going to try to put this on the track. And we're going to see what I can do here. I actually got the power on just a little bit because he kind of acting like the power's kind of on a little bit. So I think that's it. Uh-oh. Got stuck in the switch again. Alright, well I made it through the soldered part. Kind of, sort of. Alright, we may need to do some cleaning. Some cleaning of the track here before he's going to do a lot. Really doesn't like those switches at all. All right. So we made it through there. So I'm going to go get something to clean the track with real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. After many hours and many solder joints later, we have the outer loop of this train table working. So that's It's actually a pretty good sign. I think that this train table is about 20 years old. That's just judging from the age and style of the transformer and the type of track that they use for this. If we want to reusing this table, probably I will replace at least the outer loop of that track because well, the track's just quite poor. Like I said, we found this train table in the garage of my friend's father that passed away. That was into the N-gauge trains, and he had already retired this. And unfortunately, his garage was somewhat messy, and this was kind of on the bottom of a bunch of stuff, and probably got walked on and some other things. So yeah, the track did not fare well for all that. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, this is part 1, and this is the end of part 1, and there will probably be a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. And so on and so forth. I'm hoping that that inner loop track is going to be okay, because that would be a little more difficult to replace. I mean, not impossible, but a little more difficult, a little more challenging. But anyway, all right, guys, until next time, GGS Railways out.